Good morning from Tokyo. So we have a super fun day planned and we're excited for you to come along. We're starting with one of the hippest museums and I think it's gonna be a wild experience. But first, we're gonna do Dash's favorite thing. Hey Dash, what are we going to get on? Dashman, what is that?
Sadly, the bus was too packed to take, so we grabbed an Uber.
We're in a van, aren't we?
Nice weather too. For those of you parents traveling with strollers, they do have an area where you can lock up your strollers. That being said, we've left our stroller out pretty much everywhere we've been in Tokyo, and we've had zero issues. We've talked about this before, but there are also no bikes locked up around here as well. So overall, it's a super, super safe city. I think this is probably just for more of like a peace of mind for us travelers who are used to high theft areas back home.
For most of this trip, we're really doing it flying by the seat of our pants, but thankfully, because we're here for 3 weeks, we can kind of get away with that. We knew we wanted to come to this museum, and when we first looked, there was like a week out before you could even get tickets. So, highly recommend if you're coming to Tokyo, make sure you get tickets to this in advance.
Walk barefoot as you experience the artworks with your entire body.
We just put our stuff in the lockers. The idea behind this museum is that you are experiencing the art with your entire body. They even warned us that we could get wet up to our knees. So this is going to be an experience.
Please go water real fast, garden set up.
That's one way to get our feet all clean. This first art installation you walk into is like one big giant room with the floor is a pillow, and it is so much fun to play on. In between each installation were these dark halls. Some of them had padded floors like the one you see here, and then you all of a sudden walked into a harder surface where the lights were all sorts of different colors. It's a really cool way to move from one space to the next. This place was magic, with LED lights hung from the floor to ceiling and mirrors on all the walls. It was like a light maze. Dash was a big fan. Do you just want to clap because it's so pretty? Ready to spin? You want to spin with Mommy? Just when we were thinking this could not get cooler, we stepped into about a foot and a half of water and got a view of this. This room is huge and all the walls are mirrors. On the top of the water is projected these koi fish and cherry blossoms that are blooming. It's insanely beautiful. This installation was every kid's dream. The lights were rainbow, the balls were light and fluffy so you could push them around. We had a blast playing in here. Down the next hallway, we entered a room where we were floating in a universe of falling flowers. This room was incredible, unless you have motion sickness, like David, because it really felt like you were floating, and he wasn't so keen on it. Dash and I loved it. Is split up into two sections: water, which is what we went through first, and second, garden. But water was so exciting, someone is completely passed out. It's hard to tell in the video, but this installation is actually outside, and it's a moss garden. What's really cool about this museum as a whole is how the art actually interacts with the people who are there. So for example, in this particular garden, when it's windy and the people are still, these ovids actually will blink. Sadly, we didn't get to see that, and Dash didn't see anything, but it was really cool. The last but certainly not least exhibit here at Team Labs was an incredible orchid garden. live orchids actually hung from the ceiling of this completely mirrored room. And as people walked through the garden, the orchids would expand back into the ceiling or actually grow downward to account for the humans in the space. It was mind-blowing. And yes, right here, I'm actually laying down on the floor, which made the orchids grow closer to us. It was so incredible.
Well, needless to say, that was a lot of simulation for 2 years.
What did you think about the museum, though, Dee?
That was incredible. I don't think we've ever been to anything like it anywhere in the world. I know there's some similar concepts around the world, but we have yet to go to those, and this is our first experience, like interactive museum experience like this. There are things for your senses and touch and sight, and it really hits on all of the senses, except for taste. The last sense we're about to hit right now, because there's a vegan ramen place here, and I'm pretty excited about that.
We're doing backwards lunge. Dessert first. Food was fantastic. We were obviously so hungry that all we got was a video of empty bowls. But on to the next adventure. Successful bus ride, only slightly busy. And now what our plan is that one of the big questions that we've been getting every time we're both like, yeah, Daniel and I are both running the marathon. And everybody's like, where is Dash gonna hang out? So usually we have family come along with us on a trip like this and they'll keep Dash. But unfortunately, Daniel's brother, who was planning on coming, had to stay back in Florida to make sure Daniel's parents had some extra coverage. So we have hired a nanny here in Japan who we are going to meet now and let Dash play with before she actually babysits him tomorrow morning. So I'm a little nervous. It's gonna be awesome. We've been talking to her for like over a month now on the internet and she's gonna be great. So I'm excited.
Dash! Dash just woke up, so he's a little sleepy. What do you think of that, buddy?
Here's just for your size. So I found this place by doing a Google search that said fun for kids and this popped up, but this is like not the first time we found really cool kid-friendly plus adult-friendly places here in Japan. They have an entire bar, a legit like chef-made menu, and it's all super kid-friendly. How awesome is that? That's nice. Yeah.
True story, maybe it's just the off hours, but we have this entire place to ourselves, and It is just very random, I think. That's the only way to describe it. There's lots of fun things for Dash to do. He's having a blast here, just getting to hang out with Carissa. And there's like Lauren mentioned, an extensive food menu here. Not just a food menu, an extensive drink menu here. We've got a full, you can kind of see behind me there, we've got a full bar for the adults that want to partake in some alcoholic beverages, and they even have some non-alcoholic beverages as well if you're looking to keep it in the 0.0% range like I have been lately. Check it out. You're proud of me. 0.0% alcohol. And we're just hanging out having some fun.
Okay, first, that place was adorable and Dash loved it. Secondly, Carissa is delightful. So Dash loved her. He even, when she left, he even asked to give her a hug goodbye. So I think we are A-okay with Miss Carissa hanging out with you tomorrow and Sunday, right, dude? Yeah. Are you sleepy now, buddy? What do you see? Oh, you see the karaoke sign. You want to go karaoke? Well, as much as Dash may want to go karaoke, we have a race to run in the morning. So, we're signing off, headed to bed. We're going to get Dash's stuff prepped for Miss Carissa tomorrow. And we'll see you tomorrow, too. But, if you haven't already this week, make sure you wander local. Because as you know, it's good for the soul. You want to say bye-bye, Dash? Bye-bye, friends.